Hello there. It's not really traditional for me to be hosting such a big event. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. But I'm here with a few extra barrels of ale, just in case if anybody was a bit thirsty. But I do have my own glass of milk. I do prefer milk. Oh, there's the Mr. Smee I've heard so much about. Indeed, yes. If you do get kicked from the stream, please do come back. Tends to get a little bit antsy whenever an advertisement comes in. Whatever that is. Hello, Mini Queen. I don't think I've ever been called the Mini Queen before. Thank you for the rose tie. I do love roses. I don't really get many of them though. Oh, Thane. Thane has been a member for 23 months. Hello there. How have you been doing in this fine evening, my cute green lady? Oh, pretty big business as usual. Nothing too strenuous, I guess. Mainly just me doing my thing, serving ale, getting whatever tips I can. Oh, Alphabuck, welcome! Thank you for becoming a wholesome yeet. Whatever a yeet is. A diamond! Thank you so much, Egret. I do love shiny things. I have quite the collection. Oh, a kneeling cokery. Paladin. Never met a paladin before. It was nice to meet you too. Hello, everyone's saying hello. I usually don't get this much attention. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, honestly. But I got my trusty milk here to help. Helps calm my nerves. Miss, how are you all doing tonight? While spending the evening together? It's only fair I ask how you all have been. Mr. Smee said, so we must know, what do we call you? Or are we having another Neko moment and your name is in fact Goblin? I don't know who Neko is, but, no, I'm not, my name's not Goblin. That'd be rather ridiculous. Although I have heard a few goblins who were named Goblin, but that's another story for another time. No, of course I have a name. My name is Kish. So it's spelled like C-I-S-H. It does sound a bit weird, but you can thank my mum for that. When I was in school before, kids used to call me Fish, because it sounds like fish, but it's Kish. Oh, Cyberman, thank you for the rose. I really appreciate it. Kish, yes. Goblin names really aren't that fancy. Elven names always sound so much better in my opinion. Oh, well, thank you, Wicked Penguin. Not many say my name sounds cute. I'm not sitting on any books, thank you very much, Michael. I actually have a stool, a really high stool. I use it at the bar that I'm into. Helps out quite a bit. Oh, Dan Gaming Fan donated. Says, hello Kish, it's great to hear from you. Well, thank you, Dan. I'm very happy to hear from you too. Goodness, getting so many tips today. It's my lucky night. I don't get tips very often. I'll be just fine. I've sat on stools before. I've really always had to sit on stools before. If I don't, I would never reach the counter. Oh, we have another tip. Let's look. Let's see. I think it's here. Ah. Oh, we have two. Hold on. Wait, no, we need to say all. There we are. Oh, we have three. Goodness. Let's see. Cyberman donated and said, "Hello, my lovely Kish. It's been some time since we last met, and we are happy to see you in your show. Also, when you see Katoy, please tell her thank you for adding me on the Patreon list. I know she was very busy, but I appreciate her very much, and I hope you like the rose, my dear." Thank you. No, I do like roses. I really like any flowers, really. I don't really get them that often, so I always appreciate it. So thank you. aaand donated and said, "I just wanted to say congratulations, Kish, for finally getting your own stream. Hope you have a fun spending 2 hours with the wholesome yeets. Insert comforting hug here." Oh, thank you for the welcome, aaand. I was a bit nervous, really. Hosting a stream of this size was a bit, I wasn't sure if I could fill in 2 hours. You know, I work long shifts at the tavern, but you know, I kind of just keep mostly to myself. But thank you. I would love to hug you back as well. And Thane donated and said, "Well, Kish, that's a lovely and adorable for a small queen like yourself. What can I offer you this fine evening?" Offer? Just your company, really. I like talking to people, especially all from all different walks of life. It's interesting to hear everybody's stories. But no, your company will just be all I need. Really, that's all I ever want. So, thank you for showing up, Thane. I really appreciate it. Oh, hold on, I missed some things. Wicked Penguin has been a member for 22 months and said, "If you're in need of a bodyguard, Natasha and I can always fill the role. On a side note, what is your opinion on dad jokes?" I haven't heard too many dad jokes, really. It's not that prevalent in my community, and I'd say the tavern doesn't really bring in walks of life that tell a lot of dad jokes. I think I know obviously the jokes coming from dads, but I really don't know what they would sound like. So I guess I really don't have much of an opinion because I don't know what they are. Guess you'll have to fill me in, Wicked Penguin. And as for a bodyguard, I've never had bodyguard before. I'm currently travelling with an amazing adventurer, so I think that they fill that role pretty well. And I always try to hold my own as best I can. I'm a pretty fast runner, even though I don't look like it. But I appreciate it. I guess the more the help, the better it is. The voice cut? No. Sorry, the voice cut. Derek Anderson donated and said, "I went to a gun show today. Don't know if you know what that is. Maybe they don't have muskets or gunpowder where you are from. I didn't get any firearms, but I did walk away with some coins and a bar." A bar? Like a bar gold? If you got a bar gold, you best hide that somewhere. It's very valuable. But, no, I don't really know what a firearm is. I've heard of fire spellcasters, but not a fire... Is your arm on fire? Is your arm on fire, Gary? Very interesting. But I'm glad you had fun. That's all that really matters. A cup of your finest ale? A Of course you are, Mr. Smee. You can have anything you want. Oh no, the voice is a bit quiet. No, don't. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Hold on. We'll turn up the gain a bit and we'll turn down the music. Where's it at? Turn down the music just a wee bit. Does that help a little bit? Dan Gaming Fan donated and said, "What do you think of the modern tech of our world?" Honestly, I don't really know what you mean by tech, but it's pretty interesting magic if you ask me. It's such like a amazing visual. I really don't know what it is. The keyboard lights up. I was told this was a keyboard, and that you can press the letters and they line up with whatever, letter you want to type. It's kind of like a typewriter, but not a typewriter. It's different because it goes onto this. Something pretty interesting. Ooh, hold on. The Greatest Scope Villain donated and said, "Oh no, he seems to be rather had a bit too many cups of ale," he said, in drunken voice from too much goblin ale. "Can we have a kiss, please?" A kiss? Now, I don't just go giving kisses out willy-nilly now. I'd have to get more well acquainted to you. But I will definitely help you out with your your predicament. Probably shouldn't have too many ales there. I think I might have to cut you off this evening. But don't you worry, I'll keep a very good eye on you. Would you like a hug? Well, I can give out hugs. I do like hugs. Although they could be rather awkward. I'm a bit small, so people usually generally have to bend down to hug me, or sometimes they pick me up, which scares me a little bit. I prefer it if you just bend down. Oh, we have some new donations or tips. Goodness, I'm gonna have so many tips this evening. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Oh, Brandon Porter donated and said, "Materializes." Wait, how did I? Oh, hi. Oh, Brandon, thank you for showing up. Very glad to have you here. This small little goblin's having a very good night. Let's see. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "Any particular favorite dishes you like, Kish? For research purposes, of course." Goodness, I like so many things. Well, dishes, not things. I love milk, obviously. But, my favorite dish. I do love stew. A nice good hearty stew with carrots and just like beef and potatoes. So I'd say stew. Sounds pretty generic, but it's one of my favorite things to eat. Let's see. Garrett Anderson donated and said, "Sadly, no, it was not a gold bar. It was a silver bar. I did have an opportunity to buy gold, but I didn't want to take the risk. I'd probably lose it too." Well, silver's still pretty valuable. The elves love silver. Bar silver. Still a pretty big win, I think. So congratulations. Shiny things will always be shiny things. Cyberman donated and said, "So Kish, have you seen Cora the Witch? She be trouble." I don't know who Cora the Witch is. Do not know who she is. But she's a witch. I'd love to meet her. I like magic. As long as she's a nice witch. I've heard a lot of stories about bad witches. Alpha Buck donated and said, "I know you're fairly new, but have you gotten to know any other of Katori's friends like Neko and Taga? Oh, I know one of the names. Tagger, right? Tagger. I've heard about her. I've never gotten the privilege to meet her, though. I know that she does work at a smithy. She works a bit of a ways away from me. I'm not close to her, like where she lives, like in terms of location. But I'd love to meet her. Another green person. Other than a goblin, that is. Obviously, I know a few goblins coming from a goblin family. But an orc, a real live orc, she must be massive. She must be like really just huge. I loved it. Could you imagine a tiny little goblin standing next to just a big orc? I'd like to be friends with her. You know, if I ever get to meet her, that is. Oh, we have more tips. Hold on. Egret donated and said, Hey Kish, glad to see you on the show and to finally talk to you. Hope you like the lot of us. Also, a few of my mates were asking if the tavern you work at is open late, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and the like. Some of them are planning to cross over and we're hoping to get a drink. Of course, we're a tavern. We're open very late. Honestly, with one time we were open to probably about 5 a.m. that is. It's practically morning, but we were having such a good night. We figured we would just stay open for the extra coin. But no, generally we usually stay to about 3-ish. Sometimes 4, if we're feeling, lucky. But no, we do stay open quite late. I'm quite a night owl. Oh. They donated and said, I heard you like stew. I can prepare you a special one called carbonade flamande. It's from my country. Oh, I do love foreign food. I don't get a chance to try it. Especially from other parts of the world. Or I guess in this case, it's from a completely different one, maybe. At least from the way people have been talking. But no, I'd love to try it. Carbonade flamande. Sounds very interesting. So yeah, I would be very happy if you can make that for me. I really appreciate it. You guys are so nice. Oh, Iron Piedmont donated and said, Piedmont Communications Service here with a message from Kokiri. Oh, have your own communication service? Quite the businessman. So Kokiri says, remember when you got jealous of me that one evening? I'm a Palatine with a charisma, or 16 charisma. 16 charisma. So it's not my fault ladies are drawn to me. Also, how can you work in a bar and not hold your liquor? Well, I've drunken liquor before. It's not really my thing. Goblins really aren't known to not hold liquor. It's fairly easy for us to drink it. I just don't really care for it that much. I much prefer milk. It's much more comforting, in my opinion. But jealous of Well, Kokiri, I just thought maybe you were slighting me a bit. But I'm glad to know that's not the case. You're all so funny. Oh, hold on. I did miss a few. Let's see. Here we are. Ty Marsha donated and said, hope you're having a great day. Sadly, I got a sore throat due to Liverpool game and the boxing match. But I'm not going to complain about it. It's worth it. I'm sorry you're sick, Ty. Being sick is very terrible. I hate being sick. When a goblin gets sick, we're basically incapacitated. So I hope you get much better, Ty. And hopefully the stream will be entertaining for you while you're resting. Indeed, indeed. Chalky milk? Never heard of that. Chalky milk. Is that the milk from a certain animal? Never heard of that before. Oh? Will you make an appearance in a future stream? I guess it depends. I guess if I do really well on this one, or if I guess I don't blow it, then I guess I would, I think, if you guys really do want me back. From a brown cow? I thought that was just regular milk. Maybe it's a certain type of cow. Mr. Smee, you can't be giving me surprise uppies without asking, but I would imagine I would be very tall. Goodness, you can't scare a little goblin like that. Cyberman donated and said, it's a candy made from cocoa beans. You can do a lot. Oh, you mean, okay, I know what you're talking about. You mean chocolate? I've had chocolate before. So like, chalky milk, so chocolate. Huh. I've had hot chocolate before, but not just chocolate milk. I wonder how you do that. You guys are so funny. I suppose what you could do is you could just mix the chocolate with the milk. You'd have to warm it because the chocolate's solid. And then you could just cool it. But it would already be like together, I think. Unless the chocolate rehardens. I don't know. Oh, JCVDC donated and said, hello, I heard at the tavern that you made a new boyfriend. Will you present us to the adventurer? The adventurer's rather busy right now. It's just me here, serving ale to all of you, spending a wonderful evening. Goodness, usually at the tavern I don't have this many to entertain. Not that I'm complaining. It's a lot better than being lonely. Being alone is rather sad. Oh, Beast Wazzle said, you know, we never got your name before. Do you have a name? Yes, I have a name. I said it about the beginning of the stream, but perhaps you came in a bit late. No worries. My name is Kish. It's C-I-S-H. Sounds a bit odd, I know. Goblin names tend to be like that. But I hope you like it. Indeed, Kish, the little goblin who works at a tavern. I'm a rogue? I guess you're supposed to be a rogue. Huh. I suppose it makes sense. I am a pickpocket. Pretty stealthy, so I guess it would make sense. Thank you. I'm glad you like my name, Michael. Thank you very much. I always didn't really like the name too much, so... Aw, the wee goblin with the big hat. Thank you, Mr. Smee. It just sounded like such a boring name. I thought that all the different elven names sounded so much nicer in my opinion. But I'm glad you all like it. You all are too nice. Heart of gold? That's a pretty big statement. Oh, Ty donated and said, ever wanted to do a gaming stream with us one day? Gaming? What kind of game? I haven't ever played chess before. I know there's other few like sportish games. Like dueling for one. Or like jousting, I've heard of that. I know there's lots of different board games. Games with marbles and all these different things, but hopscotch. I've played hopscotch before. Although sometimes I couldn't jump as far as they made the squares. Goblin hopscotch is a bit easier because we draw the squares smaller. Oh, the greatest scope villain donated and said, my addled brain just received a vision of a wise witch named Mother Tory appearing in roughly 1.5 hours. Premonition or delusion? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Board games will do. I do like games. Games are fun to play. A lot of people play cards in here. There's always cards being played at the tavern. That or people are betting on dice. Sometimes it's hard for me to play with cards because the cards are so big for my hands, it's hard to hold them all. Oh, hold on. We have a donation from Brandon. Brandon donated and said, random guy upon spotting Kish at the tavern. Ha, shorty. Me traveling at Mach 10 about to specifically correct him on how he is actually abnormally tall for she's actually abnormally tall for her species. It depends. I guess I feel like some goblins are really tiny and some aren't, and I guess in my case, I'm a bit bigger than most goblins, even though I am short. But in my family, I'm about averagely sized. Big hand? Well, some goblins have big hands. It depends. It's kind of just like humans. Every human's born different. Just certain goblins have bigger hands than me. I tend to have, I guess my family tends to have smaller ones. It's really hard to say. My favorite music? I do love the piano. We have a piano in the tavern. Every once in a while they'll play some music on it. I like to listen to that. Oh, Mr. Oneupon donated and said, so Goblin GF, what do you prefer, silver, gold or diamonds? Ooh, that's a hard... Well, I do like gold over silver, but diamonds or gold? Well, I must say diamonds are much more valuable, so I'll have to say diamonds. Sorry for the yawning. I tend to work a bit late. Oh, Yariel, thank you so much for the donation. Goodness, you are so generous today. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my tips. Tuck? What does tuck mean? Exclamation point tuck. Pigeon Guy, would you like a round of ale? Absolutely. We have more than enough to go around. I bought quite a few barrels. Pigeon Guy, thank you for the donation. I appreciate the tip. Goodness, I haven't got this much chips in such a long time. Spend it all on your adventure gear so you can better help your listener. Oh! I guess you're right. I probably should try to spend this on something valuable, like... I really don't have, I guess, armor. Stuff for the road. Maybe, just spend it on a spell scroll or... something. What kind of weapon would I need? I'd have to have a weapon that I could carry. Some swords too big. I wonder what I should buy. I'm sure if I go to the marketplace, I'll be able to figure out what I need. Well, I'll just ask. A dagger? Oh, I do have one of those. Being a tiny little goblin in a tavern late at night, you have to be sure you have something to protect yourself when you leave. But maybe I'll get one that's enchanted. An enchanted dagger. Smoke bombs? Perhaps. Time Marshall donated and said, "This coming Wednesday, I got my first gig as a magician. I'm a bit nervous." Oh, don't be nervous. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Ty. I believe in you. I'm sure you'll do just great. But I wish you the best of luck. A short bow? Guess it might be good to be long range, but I don't think my aim's that good. Maybe I should get some kind of cloak. I've heard about there's some hooded cloaks that can grant you invisibility for a certain amount of time. Might be helpful for when I'm, sneaking around. An oversized wizard hat? I'd be swimming in it. Probably couldn't even see my face. Well, I know goblins tend to be natural archers, but I feel like I'm terrible. I don't know how well I could do. I could give it a try. Maybe I'm just naturally gifted and I don't know it. Guess I really shouldn't be so hard on myself without knowing. Maybe I should give it a shot. Hey? Terrible joke, I know. How much do invisibility cloaks go for these days? I don't know, actually. I don't buy much. I don't buy stuff like that, so I have no idea. I'd have to look, and then I'd have to make sure I'm not being scammed, because a lot of people like to do that in the market. Oh! We have a tip or donation from Thane. Let's see. Let's see what Thane has to say. Egret donated and said, "Have you ever had baked potato or garlic bake? Just curious." No, I haven't. Wait, no. Oh wait, you said or garlic bake. I haven't had garlic bake, but of course I've had a baked potato. I guess I was replying to your garlic bake. I don't know what that is. God, is it just like a... Is it like what is a garlic bake? Is it just garlic that's baked? If that's the case, I haven't eaten just pure garlic that's baked, but I've had a baked potato before. And you also said Also, Kish, I should tell you beforehand, we have a peculiar tradition when ordering. We don't directly say what we want. It's a bad omen. What? I never understood it. On the plus side, we tip handsomely and you won't have to hide constantly for fear of getting grabbed like those dino workers. Wonder how those two are doing now. I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean. Mostly everybody in my tavern always asks for what they want. And I just get them what they desire, and then usually I do get a tip. Sometimes, if I'm really nice about it. Oh, they donated and said, "My sweet and adorable Kish, would you like your shoulders and your small feet to be rubbed? Have you worked a lot in the bar already after... Or you have worked a lot in the bar already after all." I never had anyone rub my shoulders or my feet. Everyone always hates goblin feet. I'm surprised you'd even offer. But, I don't know. I've never had anyone do that before, so I don't know. Maybe? I could see if it's good or bad, I guess. Guess I'd worth trying anything once. Well, not anything. Never say you'll try anything once. You never know what that anything is. But I guess, yeah. I could see how it is. I've heard a lot of people do like having the shoulders rubbed, but everybody's hands are so big, I'm afraid they're gonna shatter. Shatter my shoulders. So as long as you're careful, I don't mind. Some people's hands are so big, it goes like directly over my neck. Oh, Cyberman donated. Goodness. Cyberman donated and said, If you like Miss Kish, I could take you somewhere they make lots of treats like milkshakes, cakes, and other sweet things. Also, I'm a shapeshifter, so I could be your size when you need me to be. I could hug you and kiss your head and give you a ride whenever you need a pony. You're like a full shapeshifter. Never met one of those. But I'd like to see a sweet shop. I do like sweets. I like all different kinds of sweets, indeed. Oh no, I don't think I'd ever want Tagga to massage me. I think she might actually off me. Not on purpose, but just, I think, by accident. Brain blast. Someone had a brain blast. Oh, does your tavern do garlic bread? I could really go for some garlic bread. We sell some food here, mainly just ale and different types of drinks. But we do sell bread and some, you know, just like chicken and beef and just whatever game we also catch. Some good mutton. A turkey leg. Those sell so much. Turkey legs sell a lot. But usually just drinks and bread, meat, stuff like that. We have water, or sometimes we do. Some people do ask for milk. Surprisingly, we do have that. But garlic bread. I don't think we have that on our menu. More for drinking. We do have some food item. Maybe we should add garlic bread. Maybe we'll have more sales that way. When we do get some produce in, we do sell sometimes we do sell grapes. Or like apples. We do have apples sometimes. I really like when we get apples in. I do like apples. If we do get a lot of apples, then sometimes we will even sell pie. But that's like very, very seasonal. Do I know magic? I do not know magic. definitely don't know magic. Pineapple on pizza? I don't know what pizza is. I've actually never had pineapple before. I've heard about it, but I've never had it. Granted, I think maybe I've seen it in the market. It's that fruit that looks kind of spiky, but I've never eaten it before. Maybe I should. I'm sure I like it. I've heard a lot of people say it's very sweet. Oh, the Cobalt Coyote's been a member for 11 months and said, "Hi Kish, I'm Cobalt Coyote. You just call me Cobalt. It's awesome to meet you. I hope Katori introduces you to Thor someday." Thor? Interesting. So many new faces and names. But no, nice to meet you, Cobalt. Very glad that you were able to show up. Oh, donation from aaand. Hold on. aaand Piedmont donated and said, "There's a line I'm writing for a goblin in my book. Could you read it and see how it sounds?" Sure, I can read it. Hopefully I read it alright. "Ah, good day," Caitlin said. "I just got some new copies of Burton and..." She then saw Alex's observer uniform. "And plenty of patriotic Commonwealth literature. Yes, that stuff." Oh, I take it she's in a sticky situation. Don't you love guards? I had to slip past a few of them myself. Sometimes they can be quite troublesome. Oh, my voice is soothing. That's a first. Thank you. Would I want to learn magic? It seems like a very good skill to have. I feel like it would make me a better fighter because I can't really fight physically that well. But I don't know if I could control it. I feel like I would do something absolutely awful. Let's see. Oh, Garrick Anderson donated and said, "You have food challenges at your tavern, or do you have specifically specialty dishes like nachos or wings? How often do tavern fights break out on your shift?" Surprisingly, not too many tavern fights break out when I'm working. Sometimes though, some people have a bit too much to drink and people get a bit rowdy and then we have to escort them out. One or two fights have broken out, every now and again, but not very often. It's a pretty calm tavern. But our specialty dishes, for food challenges, we don't really, we do have a few, not a few, but there's a small wall where you can carve. It's not really a wall, but it's on a wall. It's a wooden shield that the owner put up, and if you're able to drink the which one is it? Goodness, I should know this. I should know this offhand. I think it's something about, it's a dragon drink. What is it? The flaming dragon. It's a very spicy beer, and if you're able to drink it, and you're able to handle yourself fairly well, you can carve your name into the shield. That's about it. But as for specialty meals, mainly just turkey legs, and there is a stew we offer. It's just our daily special, really. Just a regular stew. There's really no name for it. It's just kind of our tavern stew, and it seems like everyone likes it. The owner will give up the recipe, really. JCVDTC donated and said, "Hi, oh hi, do goblins like dwarves and gnomes? And do you fear the Goblin Slayer or the Goblin Layer? I discovered with ball buddy drawings." I'm totally fine with dwarves and gnomes. As I said, I get many different kinds of people who walk into my tavern. Get along with everyone. But I've never met a Goblin Slayer, but obviously it sounds like someone I would never want to meet. Not really into people who slay goblins, since I am one. But I don't know what a Goblin Layer is. Oh. Erin has been a member for 23 months and said, "Greetings, Kish. Welcome to the stream. My wife told me she felt fat and wanted to hear something positive. I told her that she had perfect eyesight." Oh no! I'm sure she's beautiful. I've seen many plump women in my day. They're beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on. We have a donation on Ko-fi. Here it is. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "First attempt at a goblin joke. Here's hoping." Okay, it says, "A goblin's favorite type of drink? A goblet of coffee." Crickets, I'll see myself out. No, A+ for effort, but Wicked Penguin. I haven't really heard many goblin jokes. Well, other than just, I guess, making fun of us just for being goblins in ourselves. So, no. No, I thought it was very cute. Oh, Mr. Monopon donated and said, "Speaking of fighting in the bar, which you going to do when the bar is in chaos, when men, lizards, gators, and so on get ticked off and fight each other?" Well, I really don't have lizards or gators in my tavern. But if anyone in the tavern starts causing a ruckus, we just have the bodyguard see them out. We do have a few on hand who do take care of the rowdy ones. Our first goblin pun from Bobby. It's his first goblin pun. It's very cute. I appreciate it. Goodness, I need some water. I don't talk this much. I really don't. Usually I'm just behind the bar serving whatever anyone asks for. Not really much of a, complicated job. Do goblins ever get mistaken for those bokoblin creatures from Hyrule? I don't know what that is. Sorry to say. I've never been called one before. Oh, Cyberman donated and said, "I can keep you safe with many of my forms if need." Well, thank you. I appreciate it. This stool is so squeaky. It's rather old, I'm sorry. Do I like dogs? I like dogs, as long as they're nice to me. Sometimes dogs don't like me very much. Oh, Annette has been a member for 8 months and said, "You really are a sneaky goblin, Kish. It seems you have stolen my heart. It's not fair how cute you are. You might be the cutest goblin in the world." I don't know about that. But thank you. I'm glad I'm a cute goblin. But, I'm sorry if I did steal your heart. I did not mean to. But it doesn't seem you're very angry about it. No, thank you. I'm glad you think I'm a rather cute goblin. Better than being, well, many of the other colourful things that people like to call us. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "Did you guys hear about the magic skillet? It's made of cast iron." No, Wicked Penguin, no. Okay, I think I understand what the dad joke is. Garrick Anderson donated and said, "Do you ever have tournament nights where people come by to watch jousting or night duels? I bet those are big coin makers for you and your tavern." No, we really aren't that big enough to host, like, jousting. We're just a small tavern. Or no duels. Sometimes we have gaming nights, or, you know, just, you know, we'll have, like, you know, like, certain, like, discounted prices on certain drinks. Or maybe we'll have, like, certain food in, you know, seasonally that we'll be offering, or limited time things, but, no, I don't think we've ever had stuff like that. Not that big enough yet, but I have seen jousting. There are some places that do host that around here. Oh, Mr. Smith said, "Yeah, the last goblins I saw tried to annihilate a grove of druids. That's terrible." There's no goblins I know anyways. Do orcs and goblins get along? Guess it depends on the orcs and goblins. It's hard to really say. A lot of orcs and goblins on their own don't really get along with anyone. But I get along with mostly everyone, I think. Oh, we have a donation from Cobalt. Let us see what he has to say. Cobalt Coyote donated and said, "Oh Kish, here's a fun little kind of tradition here based on today's date. It involves a song. I hope you enjoy it." Song? Let us see what the song is. A tradition? Earth, Fire, Wind and Fire, September. Oh. Sounds like a bunch of different instruments. Oh. Never heard a song like this before. I like it. Oh. Very cheery. We should play some things like this in the tavern. I'm sure we'd attract more people. Do you remember? Yeah, they did say that in the song, Kukri. You're correct. Ty donated and said, "The other day I saw a mallard eating a burger. It was a McDonald's Duck." Wait, McDonald? Why, Donald Duck? McDonald burger? I was just laughing at the fact that the duck was eating a burger, but McDonald. I'm not sure what that's referencing. McDonald's Duck. I'm sure it's something that I should know, but I probably don't. AJ Koniki donated and said, "Hey Goblin GF, just stopping by to say hi. Have a good stream. Currently working on script writing." Oh, you're a script writer. You do many plays? But no, hello. I'm glad you were able to make it to the stream. I hope your script writing goes very well. Let's see. Branded Porter donated and said, "Legitimate question. Every time I get drunk, something randomly catches on fire. I don't know why, or how, or why. Am I a pyromaniac in denial? P.S. I heard you can't hold your drink. Don't feel bad. One drop and I'm already smashed. Well, it's not that I don't... The thing is I'm not quite sure how... I mean, I've drinking ale before. I've drunk before. I'd say I hold it pretty fine. I don't like it enough to drink a lot, so I don't know what the threshold is. But I would say I'm not that lightweight, because I drank it and I really didn't feel anything happen. But if you're lighting things on fire, you might want to be careful of how much you drink in that case. I've never heard of anybody saying that before. So do be careful, Brandon. Be very, very careful. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "What's a rogue's favorite meal?" Steel. Oh, metal. Why did I say meal? I guess the T got melded together. Metal. There we go. Okay, because when you said steel, I was like, but I knew what steel was referencing. But I was like, why is it steel for a meal? But no, metal. Oh, Wicked Penguin. You're so funny. Crimson Phoenix donated and said, "Everyone else was giving coins, so why wouldn't I join in to giving the coin to the adorable Kish?" Oh, thank you. I don't really get a lot of tips, honestly. So getting this much coin in one night is pretty new for me. Oh no! Natasha said I haven't noticed any of her messages today. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Natasha. Actually, you're the one person that someone mentioned about being a bodyguard, so I'm assuming you're quite big. Cyberman donated and said, "Did you know a little goblin named Grogo? He is so cute." No, I don't know who that is. He does sound like a goblin name though. I'm sure he does live around here somewhere. Sounds like a very common name. Grogo. Natasha not big, but she's deaf strong. Well, I believe you all. Everyone seems to be very supportive of the fact that Natasha is very strong. Aiden Smith said, "Trust me, Kish, you're going to stop getting tips until the stream ends." Really? Well then, today's my lucky day then. I will be sure to spend this coin very responsibly. Probably get myself some new gear, honestly. How long is your shift at the tavern? It depends. Sometimes I work during the day, sometimes I work at night. Usually I prefer evening shifts. More people come in then. The day shifts at the tavern are rather lonesome. But depends. Sometimes we work really, really late. Sometimes it depends. More towards the weekend we're open really late, and then in the week we're only open till about midnight. But then on the weekends we are open quite late, like probably about maybe 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Sometimes it depends. If we're doing really well, then we push it a bit back. But let's see, a shift. So an evening shift on probably about, I get in about supper time, so probably about 6 o'clock. Probably about 6 o'clock. So 6 to about, 6 to midnight usually. Or on the weekend the shift's a bit longer. But during the day I do work from about we open about 10 because no one really comes earlier than 10 a.m. About 10 a.m. to about goodness, I know this. I don't have many day shifts, so I'm trying to remember what my day shift is. Probably about from 10 to 4. 10 to 4, 10 to 5. Oh, Wicked Penguin donated and said, how do you call a magician? How do you call a magician who's incredibly good with cooking? A sorcerer. Oh no. I think I'm starting to know what dad jokes are. Much too much. But that's a good joke. You know, Wicked Penguin, you really are really spot on with a lot of these themed jokes. I must give you credit for that. Oh no, Lee said he's late. I'm sorry you're late, Lee, but we are very glad you're here. I'm glad you're proud of me, Smee. Thank you. That's very kind to say. Well, like I said, Cyberman, on the weekends I tend to work later. Like the evening shifts are later. They run more towards 3 a.m. versus midnight during the weekdays. I'm sorry for yawning. Remember, it is the weekend. So, granted, it is the start of the weekend. So technically, it's not my long... Well, sometimes on Fridays we do have long shifts. Oh, Garrick Anderson donated and said, do you do any holiday specials at the tavern? Like festive food or drinks? Do hunters and adventurers bring any wild game to add to the feast? Yeah, sometimes we do have some hunters who do, we do, buy some game from them, because there are some customers who do like to have, wild game. But yeah, we do have some Christmas specials, or like, different seasonal things. Like we'll have like turkeys or hogs or pigs, like ham and stuff like that. So it really does. Yeah, we do have in like some festive food and drinks. So we do have some more, especially when winter rolls around. We do have a lot of so a lot of people do like more like nutmeg and cinnamon, more spicier drinks to keep up with the cold. Cranberries do become also very prevalent during that time. Wicked Penguin donated and said, our cleric will sometimes stop the combat just to have a drink with his god. He calls it the wine intervention. Oh, Wicked Penguin, you really are. You're very clever. You're very clever. Do you have your own goblin-sized home, or is it more human-sized? Well, back when, if you're living more in a goblin community, obviously the houses are going to be more goblin-sized. But if you're living in a more diverse area, it is very hard to find things that are goblin-sized. So I was currently staying in a place that is more human-sized. I just had to make some adjustments. Thankfully, there are some people who live around where I'm at that were very happy to help. The owner of the tavern actually was able to lend me some things that were like a bunch of stools and, just like, actually helped me replace my doorknob because it was too high. Well, it wasn't, I could reach it, but it's just not very comfortable to reach that high for your doorknob, so. Replaced the lock and helped me put a new one in and had to fill up the old, hole in the door. So my door looks a little weird, but it's much better for me. So I appreciated that. He's a very nice older gentleman. Oh, Natasha says, does it get tiresome having to check the book for specific races that walk in to see if they are old enough to drink? Oh yeah, that is very difficult. Like, yeah, you have to make sure that you know, you're keeping up to par with the age ranges are. Like, elves are so hard to tell their ages. They're so young looking. It's very difficult. So yeah, I do have to be very vigilant as to who comes in. Thankfully, a lot of people who come in currently are rather on the or older side, but you know, sometimes it is hard to tell with all the different races. You know, like especially all the you know, there's so many different walks of life that come in that. But thankfully, a lot of them are regulars now, so I know I know who's walking in. So if there's a new person, it's a bit easier to check the new ones that are coming in versus the ones who've been coming in for years. So, but yeah, in the very beginning when I was training, it was very difficult. Very, very difficult. Oh, we have some donations. Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, goblins become adults. Yeah, people are very interested to learn that actually. It's quite, I mean, like, I guess in considering that, for instance, the human race, which I'm sure much of you are, you become adults at 18. That's like a 10-year difference. It's just, it's all interesting, isn't it? How everything's so complex, but just, I don't know, it's just interesting. It is interesting to think about it that way. But anywho, let me look. Oh, hold on. The Gibbo for real donated and said, "What do you call a vampire goblin?" The hemogoblin. You guys are so funny. I don't know how you all be so clever. It would take me a while to figure out these things. Oh, Wicked Penguin donated and said, "Just know that I double as a jester, bodyguard, and chef, not to give the owner of the tavern a run for their money." Well, technically the owner of the he's not a bodyguard per se. I mean, he does know how to throw people out, but we have other people for that. But I wouldn't say he's a jester. I don't think you'd like to hear that if I said that out loud. But no, you're quite the rare talents, Wicked Penguin. I'm glad to have you've so many different talents then. So very interesting. Wicked Penguin also donated and said, "Why do paladins wear chainmail?" Because it's holy armor. No, goodness. Man. Wicked Penguin, you are just, you know, you're really putting out all these really good jokes. Oh no, someone's lactose intolerant. That sounds terrible. Wait, where am I taking you? I'm not taking you anywhere. You're right here. I know what you're talking about, Wicked Penguin. Oh no, Repo Central, don't drink too much. Drinking responsibly is very important. Believe me, I've seen one too many people in the tavern who really just don't know when to stop. But I'm glad you joined. I hope you have a very wonderful evening with us. My latest adventure? Oh, it's been really wonderful. I've been taken all different places. It's very new to me. I'm not very used to moving around much. But it's been very eye-opening. It's probably one of the most interesting experiences of my life, actually. Oh, Aaron donated and said, "What do you call a group of bards in a plate armor? A heavy metal band." Guess they would have quite a lot of metal on them. Oh, Wicked Penguin donated and said, "How do you know if your magic sword is blunt? When it starts critiquing your form during combat." Oh, you know, Wicked Penguin, I don't know where you get all these from. Honestly, I don't. Sorry if I hum. I tend to hum sometimes to myself. I thought the Wicked Penguin just made of money here. He has given me quite a few tips and I very much appreciate it. Really, it's quite amazing. Usually I get like a few coins every now and again for tips a night. Oh, I'm glad you don't mind the hum. Oh, we're supporting a local business? Well, thank you. Oh, don't worry, Lee. I know not everyone can tip. We have had a lot of customers who really just don't have the means to tip, and I completely understand. So no worries. Oh, hold on. We have a donation. Let's see. Here we go. That's where we have to look. Oh, here we go. aaand donated and said, "I remember showing some dwarven miners some of my writing after the shift. They said it rocks and they really dig it." Oh no. I guess aaand's joining in on the jokes. He said, "I'm so sorry." No, I think the jokes are kind of charming. It's not like your tavern is in America after all. I don't know what America is. You guys are always talking about these very interesting places that I've never heard of before. Actually, where are you all from? You know, when anyone ever comes into my tavern, I always ask where they came from, because I'm always interested in knowing where they were. Oh wait, oh, hold on. We have something from Kofi. Oh, here we are. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "What do you call a 1,000-year-old fae? A millennial. Millennial foe." Took me a second there, I'm not gonna lie. That was very clever. Took me a second, honestly. Oh, okay, we have... So someone said from England. Someone else said space. Whatever that means. California, Massachusetts. That's an interesting place. Iowa, Japan. Ireland. Texas. 2 Texases. We also saw 2 Englands too. Maine. Belgium. That's an interesting name. Australia. Lots of different places I've never been to. Huh. Mississippi. That's an interesting one. Refurbished Mexico. Your place got refurbished. Alabama. You guys all live in such interesting places. Huh. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. My apologies. I tend to be a bit easily distractible. Oh, someone said Ohio. Ohio. That's an interesting name. Let's see. Oh, new donation from Wicked Penguin. Oh, here we go. It's this one over here. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "What is that mineral called that's just out of reach and gives you a choice? Either or." Either or. I see. My goodness. Pennsylvania is Commonwealth. Natasha said I'm from under, I mean the mountains over yonder. Natasha lives in the mountains. Must be a fun place to live in the mountains. Oh no, the pollen's hitting you hard. I've heard quite a few people complaining about that when they've come in. North Carolina. Interesting. You guys have so many different places that you live. Oops. What's my favourite food? Oh, I think someone asked me this. I said I like stew. You know, like with, just, with like potatoes and carrots and, beef and all that. A beef stew. Goodness, this chair. It's like regular Carolina but north. So there's 2 cats. So there's the regular Carolina. So is the So there's just a Carolina, and then there's a Carolina that's north. A favorite drink? Oh, that's easy. That's milk. I do like milk. I like to drink milk. Oh, thank you, John. I hope you're well too. Oh, we have a donation again from Wicked Penguin. Hold on. Goodness, so many tips today. Here we are. Wicked Penguin donated and said, "Why are there no dwarven lawyers? They cannot pass the bar." No! It's true. We would not be able to pass the bar. I would be far too short. I wonder if I could become a lawyer. Just so fancy and go defend someone? I would probably need a stepping stool. Oh, so there's north and south. So if I'm understanding, there's a Carolina, and then above Carolina is North Carolina, and then there's below Carolina is a South Carolina. Or is it just a North and South? Because if there's just a North and South Carolina, then there's no Middle Carolina? Oh, someone's from South Africa. I'm gonna have to try to commit all these places to memory. There's just so many different... I probably forget most of them, honestly. I haven't heard of any of these before. Oh. There's another place called Tennessee. Interesting. Oh, I saw someone ask me my favorite drink. I think it was alcoholic drink though. I'm not really big on alcoholic drinks, but there is one that I do like. Usually when I'm working in the tavern in the summer nights, or even in the day when it's even more warm, there's a drink called the Mountain's Bounty. It's kind of it's a very cold liquor drink. Just makes you feel really cold, that's all. So it's like I don't know, I always find it really refreshing. So if it's really, muggy or hot during the day or at night in the summer, sometimes I will take a few sips of that. It's a bit sweet, actually, in my opinion. Oh, Michael Gibson's the first tip, thank you so much. It said, "I live in a territory shaped like a mitten that is surrounded by 20% of the fresh water on the planet." Well, that's really interesting. So it's shaped like a mitten. So it's like, if I hold my hand out, it's like this shape. Whoa, it's so interesting. I'll have to visit that place sometime. It's surrounded by all that water, drinking water too. Fresh water. Huh, interesting. And thank you for donating, Mike. I really appreciate the tip. Oh, someone else tipped. Cobalt. Let's see what he said on Ko-fi. Cobalt Coyote donated and said, "Hi Kish, I've been curious. What do you consider fantasy? Because humans used to believe goblins, orcs, wizards, and elves were fantasy. So what would you say you believe is fantasy?" I don't know. Usually I was always just told just these fantastical stories as a child about these amazing wizards who would go on these quests. And usually the quests that they went on really didn't exist. So it's usually just about these really overpowered beings, you know, like wizards or, you know, adventurers who go on quests that are mainly legends that, you know, really didn't happen. Sometimes they did though. People found out it was real. But most of the time they're just wise tales that people tell to their kids so they can fall asleep. It's mainly legends. Maybe like different gods or goddesses or spirits who, you know, plague a land. Things like that, I suppose. That's interesting. We are fantasy to all of you. That's really interesting to think about. Goodness, I need some more water. Cyberman donated and said, "What did the dragon say when he was bored?" Dragon. He's dragging on. Yeah. Smee said, oh, thank you for donating, Cyberman. Smee said, "What do you call a rogue with a lot of hit points?" A con artist. My goodness, you guys are so silly. It's alright, Cyberman. I thought it was charming. Oh, Wicked Penguin donated and said, How do you get a bar full of dwarves up on the roof? Yell, drinks on the house. I mean, that is quite true. Dwarves do love drinks. They're some of our best customers, really. I'd like to ask if you have any seed or grain available for a bar side snack option. We don't really have any seed or grain available as a snack option, but sometimes we do have peanuts. Peanuts or any other nuts that we have available. Usually it's nuts or bread. Can't be having a bunch of people drinking on an empty stomach. Muppet movie? I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry for making anyone sleepy. I know sometimes yawns can be contagious. Oh no. Well, yes. Sometimes we have some other things than peanuts. Sometimes we offer almonds, or really just almonds. Almonds or peanuts. If we're lucky, sometimes we get pecans or pistachios. But we also offer bread, like little bread slices. I mean, usually we offer more, oh wait, hold on, I think I saw a donation, hold on, let's see. Wicked Penguin donated and said, What does a dragon call a knight in armor? Tinned roast. Oh no, not the knight. The poor knight's just trying to do his job. Oh no, Smee, you can't die. Please not Peanuts Kish, I'll die. Well, Mr. Smee, I would never serve you peanuts ever. I will serve you bread instead. We cannot have Mr. Smee dying on us. Garrick Anderson donated and said, I heard dwarven drinks are more potent than others. I must agree, they are much more potent in my opinion. We do have some dwarven beers and ales and other drinks available for people who are looking for them. We have a lot of different things behind the counter. Yeah, we offer like little bread rolls, like little things of bread. Oh, soup? Other than sometimes we offer soups, usually it's a stew, but we have offered soups before. It really depends, it's kind of a mixed basket here at the pub. Hazelnut. I do like hazelnuts. Hazelnuts do taste. I like roasted ones, they're very sweet. Well, usually if people order stew, we do offer a slice of bread. What are my thoughts on some of my party members? Well, honestly, they're all pretty interesting. They're all... honestly, I feel rather underqualified. We have Marvelous Bard. She can sing so well. I wish I could sing as well as her. And then we have our rogue. She's so beautiful. She's very confident in herself. She's very charming. She's very good with the knife. Very skilled. Then we have our healer. She's very caring. She's I don't know how she does what she does. She's able to just heal you, like right up lickety split. Wish I knew how to do that. I don't know how she has the magic she does, but she does. It's pretty interesting. And then we have the newcomer, the tiefling. She just knows everything about everything. I don't know how she knows so many secrets about all these places that I've never been to. And she's also a mage. Or sorcerer, right? Sorcerer? I'm not quite sure. I think she's a sorcerer. She could do such amazing tricks. It's a little intimidating though. I feel like she has hiding something that perhaps she doesn't want us to know about. But I guess everybody's hiding something. Power magic? Power magic is is really cool, I think. Wish I had the skills for magic. Does she know more than the magic conch? I don't know what the magic conch is though. Not quite sure what that is. But no, I think everybody in the party just... They have so many different skills. I wish I was up to par with that. I mean, I know I'm pretty stealthy and I'm able to, you know, pickpocket keys or slip past guards and stuff, but I just feel like I could possibly do more if I, you know, had a bigger skill set. So that's all. But no, they're all lovely ladies. Quite impressive, really. Oh, we have a donation from Brandon. Let's see. Let's see what Brandon tipped. Brandon said, hold up, did you say bread? What kind of bread? Because I can refer a friend of mine to the tavern. He really, really likes bread. I don't know. I guess just regular bread? Sometimes I guess it just depends on what we have. But it's usually just like regular white loaves, you know? Although I do know, well, we think we offer 2. But again, we're not really a bakery, so it's kind of whatever's on hand. But I guess it's just whatever the owner prefers. We tend to offer just like a regular white bread. And I know the owner really likes sourdough bread. And I guess it's just nice to sourdough keeps pretty long. So we have both like a regular and a sourdough bread. So we kind of cook both of those. But we mostly just cook most of just like regular bread, I guess. Just bread. Oh, Ari has to go. Thank you for coming, Ari. I appreciate you being here. Wicked Penguin donated and said, did you hear about the sensitive rogue thief? She took everything personally. Last one, I swear. Oh, he took everything personally. I'm sure he did. For a minute, I thought you were talking about my rogue that I have in my group. That was a good one, someone said. I think it was pretty good. Someone said, I guess you sell the bread because you need the dough. I guess we do. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I usually don't cook any of the food. I'm just the person that serves the... You know, I'm usually at the bar most of the time. But, I know a few times we did need some extra hands on deck, so I did help a bit. But I'm usually not the one in charge of it. Oh, Ty tipped and said, what do you call a belt made of watches? A waste of time. You guys are so silly. A waste of time. That'd be interesting though, to have a belt full of watches. I don't even think I own a watch, actually. Goodness, I better not be yawning this much. I think I have a late night shift tonight. Oh, Aiden Smith has to go. Well, thank you, Aiden, for coming. It was very nice to see you. Let's see. How busy is the tavern on a weekly basis? It's pretty decently full, I'd say. It's usually more in a rush on Friday nights and the weekends. During the week, I wouldn't say it's overly crowded. It's just usually full. We usually have a pretty full house most of the time. Like in the evenings. During the day, it's kind of scattered here and there. Oh, do you know how to lockpick? Oh no, you're locked out of your house. I do know how to lockpick. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it. I'm not like the most skilled, but I do know how. I mean, you know, people say I'm modest, but I'm pretty adequate, I'd say. What are your favorite food and drinks at the tavern so I know what to order when I get there? Again, I don't drink too many of the alcoholic beverages. I'm just not really I prefer milk, honestly. But I know that the Mountain's Bounty is the one that I like for the summer months, but I suppose it depends if what's it called? I know that like if it's a colder month, the Mountain's Bounty really isn't going to be that great for you. But let me think. Well, I know my favorite. Well, I do like stew, but I know the turkey leg is really famous. But my favorite dish would still probably be stew because I just like stew, and the owner's recipe is still one of my favorites to this day. But I'd go to the stew or the turkey leg. As for a different drink other than the Mountain's Bounty, I would suggest. I have to think. We have quite a big list of liquors and like rums and ales and well, there's one drink. I feel like I like more sweeter drinks, so I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But I guess if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick there's, I think it's called no, it has orange juice in it. Which one is it? The bog grog. It has like rum and orange juice and like some fermented herbs in it. And I think for me, I like that how that one tastes. It's a bit more earthy, and it tastes sweet. But obviously, it's not like a pure rum or ale because there's stuff mixed in it. But I'd probably get that one. Oh wait, there's another one. I knew what it was. There's one that there's one that's called Honey Pine Dew. That one's more sweet. It's a halfling mead. I almost forgot we had that. Not many people. Well, it's actually quite a cheap drink, more in the halfling areas. But like since you have to like import it, it can be quite expensive. But at our place, it's actually fairly cheap. We have it in with a halfling who does provide it, so I've had it quite a few times. It is fairly, I do think that one does taste sweet. But I guess yeah, those would be the two. The honey pine dew. Such a long name. The honey pine dew, and then the bog grog would be my two favorite. Other than, of course, the one that the Mountain's Bounty, which is a bit more colder. So, if it's a hot day, I prefer Mountain's Bounty. But we also do serve milk here, so I prefer milk. Dr. Pepper. You want pepper, Kokiri? Like a peppery drink? Do you like things that are spicy? Huh. You guys will have interesting drinks too. I've never heard of a Dr. Pepper. But no, yeah, I will have to try chocolate milk sometime. I've never had it before, and I do like sweet things, and I do like milk, so I feel like that would be a good pairing. Sprite or Fanta? I've never heard of those. We don't serve those here. Tasha said technically Dr. Pepper is a spiced cherry caffeinated drink. Huh. Interesting. Oh, caffeinated tea. So it's a caffeinated cherry tea. spiced. Huh, that sounds really interesting. Perhaps I could talk to the owner about providing something like that. We do offer some hard teas here, but not too many. We mainly focus on ales, but we do have hard teas. Has anyone ever fought in the tavern? A few times, yes. He said, and if so, I can take a guess and say that it was Bill, the guy that owns the horse stable by my house and dumps his trash in my potato garden. I don't know. I don't never had a Bill who fought in my tavern before, but your Bill doesn't seem very nice. Oh, Thane tipped. Let's see what Thane had to say. Thank you, Thane. Thane said, a good cold chocolate milk with cookies are heaven. You must try it. I do like cookies. Well, if I ever am able to get chocolate milk, I will be sure to have it with cookies. I will be sure to put that on my list of things to do. Do you dunk the cookies in the chocolate milk? Or do you just have them both separately? I know some people tend to dunk things. Oh, the Cobalt has to go. Well, thank you for being here, Cobalt. I was very happy to have you. Thank you for coming to my small little tavern. Hope you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you come back again. Oh, you do both? Okay, I'll do both then. I will do both. I will try both ways and see what I prefer. Oh, we have a tip from Brandon. Let's see what Brandon said. Brandon said, Kish, there's a certain Neko here, and she's trying to convince me to have you climb inside a cannon and shot out like a cannonball. Help? I don't know who she is, but I'm not stepping into any cannon. I mean, I know I'm small, but I'm not a cannonball. I'll break into pieces. Honestly, I don't know what that Neko she's doing. She seems to be a little bit... honestly, a little bit deranged. I don't know much about her, though. I've only heard that, granted, most people seem to think that she's just a bit hyper, from what I've heard. But I don't know, you know, I've never met her before. I've heard that she also likes to, chew on cords. So I was told to keep an eye out for that. Kokori said, actually, cannon travel is a real thing in the land of mana. Oh, I feel like you'd hurt yourself. But no, I know there's so many different people that I still need to meet. I only know of my my small party that I hang around with. But, you know, as far as like Taga and Neko and all these other people that you mentioned, I have never met them before, so I will certainly have to meet them sometime. She keeps on saying it'll be fun, plus an evil queen said it would be funny. There's an evil queen? I certainly don't want to meet her. Does the tavern have any singers/performers that sing or play music during certain days or nights? Well, we do have we have a woman on the piano. She's very lovely. She plays every night. Her name's Maria. She plays probably about every other night. You know, she plays some tunes. Then we do have another guy who plays when she's not available, George. So George and Maria are the ones that are on the piano. They do very lovely. We don't really have any singers. Sometimes Maria will sing, depending on what the song is, but usually it's just background music. Roll me into a bed burrito. I've never heard of a bed burrito before. Bed burrito. Kukri said, I'm glad you met Natasha. She needs more work. Does she need work as a bodyguard? I know we've been looking for someone on Sundays. 2 names without a C. What do you mean? George and Maria who work on the piano. I don't know. Why, do you know a lot of people with the name of C's? Oh, you work on a dairy farm, Dan. That's amazing. All the milk in the world. Oh, hold on. Someone donated. Let's see who tipped. Oh, aaand Piedmont tipped. He said, with there being 10 minutes or so left, I just wanted to say that it was great to finally meet you, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. My favorite goblin, insert huggy. Well, thank you, aaand. I'm very glad you enjoyed your time here. I really wasn't sure how it was all going to turn out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to entertain everybody for 2 hours. But you guys have actually made it fairly easy. It's been fairly easy to talk to all of you, and you ask me really interesting questions, and no, it's been a lot of good fun, really. Not too good fun. It's just you seem really tired and sleepy is all. I'm a bit tired. Friday nights can sometimes be a little bit busy, so I was a bit up late. And then I have another shift tonight, so after this I'm going to take a quick power nap before I have to go in at 10. But don't you worry, I make sure to get my sleep. Believe me, goblins do need our sleep. At least I do anyways. Hope the tips were generous enough. I appreciate all tips. I don't usually get much, so it's been actually really nice. Really, it's been such an interesting experience. I usually have to like absolutely beg for someone to tip me usually. Granted, I think oh, Parker Green tipped and said, nice to see you, and I bet a mushroom goblin would be a fun guy. You guys are so funny. You all are so funny. Fun guy. I hope the nap will be good and restful. It will, believe me. I take naps all the time. It depends. Sometimes I do have just, sometimes I do just have shifts during the day, so I don't really need to take naps. But if it's a lot of shifts that are at night, I do need to take naps during the day. Oh, Brandon tipped. Let's see what Brandon has to say. Brandon said, oh, we have 2 of them. Wait, what? It said Brandon. Where's Brandon's donation? Oh, here it is. Brandon donated and said, Kish, what's the weirdest thing you've seen at the tavern? I once watched a single guy hilariously take out a bunch of drunken brawlers, just like a wooden stool. Ripped the stool through, currently resting in pieces. Oh, goodness. Well, I think the weirdest thing... Goodness, that's it. Well... there were quite a few dwarves who were in, and they were a group of friends, and I think they they drank a bit too much and they all started to get rowdy, but I thought they were honestly gonna start fighting each other, but they didn't. They got on the table and they just started dancing and they're just singing all these songs, and then we weren't sure if we should stop them or not, but it was really funny to watch. But then it wasn't. It was a really interesting sight to see them all dancing around. But then they took off their shoes, and they wouldn't put them back on, and then they left them here. they never they never came back. It was a random group of dwarves. I think they were just passing through town, and they came in, and then they never came back, so we still have their shoes. I really don't know why. But that was an interesting thing that happened. I mean, I could tell you about all the brutal fights that maybe have happened once in a while, but I feel like those aren't weird. You know, dwarves taking off their shoes and dancing around and just being silly and then leaving their shoes here, that was something weird, in my opinion. Oh, Wicked Penguin also tipped and said, "Thank you for bearing with my jokes this fine evening. Hope you have a great one. And now that Natasha is always for know that Natasha is always for hire for a bodyguard. Kneels and hugs. Downside of being tall." No, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming down to my level. And yes, I will keep that in mind, especially if we do need a bodyguard, especially for Sunday. Oh, hold on, we have another donation. Let me double go check. Let's look. Cyberman donated and said, "Miss Kish, I am very happy to see your stream today. May you have another one soon. Also, you will be the biggest goblin lady I ever know in my heart. I wish you well till dear Kish, as I sweep you off your feet and take you home running till next time, lol, but hope you have a good night." Well, thank you, Cyberman. I hope you have a good night too. It gives one last uppies. So I can be tall for once. Guess Mr. Smee is allowing me to feel tall for a little bit. Fact, 6 out of 7 dwarves are not happy. Well, the dwarves that came in that night, they were all very happy. They were overly happy, actually. Have you ever seen an elf in the tavern? I heard they have wings. I've never seen an elf with wings before. I've seen a few elves who've come into the tavern, passing through. But no, no one with wings. I deserve it? What, to be boosted up? You know, it's so interesting. It'd be interesting to see how people would feel being my height for a day, and then I'd be their height for a day, just to see the different perspectives, so you guys could see what I see. It's really interesting being so down below. You notice a lot more things, I think. But maybe I'd notice some other things if I was taller. Maybe. You never know. But no, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say before I ended the stream. I don't think so. I'm just happy that you all tuned in to see this little goblin talk about nothing. So if it makes you feel any better, I'm half dwarf in my mom's side, so I stand at 5'3" shorter than most humans. Well, I'm definitely shorter than 5'3". I'm like 4 foot. So I think you'd be a bit shorter for sure. But yes, yeah, I think that's, trying to think of anything else to say. I think it's about it. Since I was able to host one of the weekly streams, I don't know when I'll be back, but hopefully at some point I can do one of these again. I know that these happen weekly, so obviously there will be another one that's next coming week, which I think will be, I probably won't be here next week, sadly, but it's been fun to be here. Was the best way to hug you? To kneel down, or do we just pick you up and bear hug? I will say it depends. Like if I know you like well, like if I'm acquainted with you, I don't mind if you pick me up. But if I don't know you very well, then usually I would ask you to kneel down if you're going to give me a hug. So we become good friends or what have you, then I really don't mind if I'm well acquainted with someone if they pick me up. Just depends. But yes, I think I didn't miss any of the tips, so I guess it's about 8 o'clock and I am due for a nap. So if that is everything, then I guess we can end the stream here on a very successful note, thankfully. And yeah, just tune in next week for the usual streams. I'm sure you'll have a fun time anyways, even though I sadly won't be here. And yeah, thank you guys all for the tips. I really appreciate it. And I'm just going to double check to make sure I didn't miss any, because I know sometimes I can be quite miss things. I don't think I missed any ones. I think I got everything, hopefully. Okay, I think I did. Good. Alright then. Well, thank you all for coming, and I guess that's about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope that you enjoyed your time at my small little tavern today. Oh yes, good night, thank you. I will try to take the best nap that I can. Have a long shift ahead of me, as today is Saturday, so quite a big night it'll be. Alright you guys, good night, thank you for coming, and yeah, just be sure to tune in this next week too for another stream. Sadly not by me, but I'm sure Katori will take very good care of you, and I was very happy that I was allowed to host a stream like this today. Especially one that was so nice. So, alright everybody, good night, and thank you for coming. Goodness, I don't want to say goodbye because you guys have all been so nice, but I must take my nap, so goodbye everyone. I hope you have a lovely evening, and thank you all for the tips. Bye bye. Goodbye, you all lovely sweet people. Goodbye.